Yesterday morning at 8 a.m, my phone buzzed. ChatGPT sent me the 5 biggest AI updates that I needed to know. News it researched, filtered, and summarized, all whilst I slept. And that's just one of 8 agents I use to literally automate everything. You see this? That's my AI news agent. Every morning it reads hundreds of sources, pulls the most important updates, and delivers them straight to my phone. It's zero effort, zero time wasted scrolling headlines, and that's just one hack. And I've got 7 more that handle presentations, invoices, competitor tracking, lead generation, and even ordering books online. And here's the one thing that most people miss. ChatGPT's new agent mode doesn't just answer questions. It does the work for you. It opens browsers, it can read spreadsheets, it can create presentations, monitor websites, and even book tasks on a schedule. And on this video today, I'm going to walk you through the 8 setups that save me hours every single day. But first up, creating presentations that used to take me half a day. This is an 11-slide presentation on Tesla's Q3 2025 earnings, complete with graphics, tables, benchmarks, and pricing data. And ChatGPT built this from start to finish. And here's the prompt that I used. You are a financial analyst and corporate presentation specialist. Create a slide deck outline and full content summarizing Tesla's Q3 2025 earnings results. So I've given it some presentation requirements. I want an executive summary and key highlights. I want financial and operational results. I want business drivers, forecasts for the near term and the long term, strategic priorities and long-term goals. And I've given it a framework. And this is basically based on everything that I've read on the internet when it comes to best practices for creating presentations. I've added risks and challenges. And to cap it off, I've included a conclusion and investor takeaways. For the data requirements, I've said use the latest publicly available data to include revenue, segmented revenue, gross margins, operating margins. I've given it an output format. So how many bullet points do I want per slide? Also include some speaker notes. If I was presenting this in a real life scenario, then I know exactly what to say. And I've even given it some appendix slides. And there's some optional enhancements in there if ChatGPT wants to go ahead and do it. And lastly, I've given it a tone and audience specification. So who are my investors? Like who is my audience? I've also given it a tone, which is professional, concise, data-driven, neutral, and balanced. And it clearly labels all data sources, which is absolutely critical. The agent spent 10 minutes researching. It opened about 40 sources. It read blogs, publicly available data, websites like the SEC. It pulled that data and it built the slides. And this is in PowerPoint format, which means that I can download it and keep editing. Now, the design here is a bit generic, and that's because I didn't give it instructions. But if I was building this for a client or a brand, I'd use the same prompt, but this time I'd add a style guide, which includes font choice, brand colors, logos, illustration style, and so on. Now, it will take longer, but it will follow the exact branding guidelines. And you can do this for client proposals, pitch decks, training materials, anything. And if you save the style guide as a ChatGPT project instruction, every presentation you create will automatically match your brand. But creating presentations is one thing. But what about analyzing complex custom data? Let's turn a messy spreadsheet into a clean dashboard. This is Tesla's sales versus regions data from an Excel spreadsheet. And ChatGPT has analyzed all of this from raw data. And this is what the raw data looks like. Now, this is completely fake. I asked ChatGPT to make this for me. And as you can see, it's got date, the product, the region, the revenue, the units sold, and the cost. And based off that raw data, it's given me all this. So key metrics, the total revenue, the total units sold, the gross profit, the average profit margin. It's given me sales by region, the number of units, revenue, also by product. And it's given me other core KPIs that I haven't really looked at, or it's not easily identifiable on the Excel spreadsheet. So an average daily revenue, and it's given me that across 2 months in 2025. It's also given me trends and patterns. And I can even turn this into a visual dashboard. So it's giving me suggestions for Excel, for Google Sheets, BI tools, and I can literally just plug and play this directly from ChatGPT into these third-party platforms. And here's the prompt that I gave it. You are a data analyst and dashboard generation agent. I've given it a goal, required capabilities. And again, this is just best practices that I've seen online. And I've even asked ChatGPT, if I have raw data, what's the best way that I can analyze this? Like, give me some frameworks. I've told it how to read and understand spreadsheet data, how to clean and prepare the data, how to analyze it, how to create a dashboard style summary. I've given it chart suggestions, an output format, and a data dashboard report. Now, I could actually plug this in using the first prompt and turn this into a presentation. So not only do I have raw data that's been analyzed for KPIs, forecasting, and other metrics, I can now take that data and plug it into a presentation. And remember, I haven't done any of this. This has been completely automated by ChatGPT, and the data analysis took less than 4 minutes. This isn't a language model guessing at numbers. It's running Python scripts to crunch data accurately. I still Q&A the output, but historically, this would have taken me hours to do manually. And I've just shown you how you can do it in less than 4 minutes. Presentations and dashboards are powerful. I know this because I'm always pitching to clients. But what if you need to find the right people to pitch? Well, let me show you a lead generation agent that found me 50 qualified prospects in under an hour. Here's a comprehensive report of 10 companies actively hiring for AI consultants. It includes the company name, location, job title, evidence of AI adoption, and the source links. And this took 13 minutes. In the past, this would have taken me days. And if I scroll through it, you can see that it's gone into extreme detail to find me these leads. So the first one is Data Axle. It's got the location, the website, number of employees, why why this is a good lead for an AI consultant, any AI automation signals, current challenges, which is obviously a great one because when I talk to clients, I look for problems that I can sell solutions to, opportunities for AI consulting and more. Here's another one, CH Robinson. It's got the website, what industry it's in. So this is in logistics. It's got the location, which is Eden Prairie in Minnesota. It's got the company size, why this is a great lead for AI consulting. Have they got any AI automation signals, any current challenges, and any opportunities for AI consulting? Now, looking back, these are probably a little bit too big because they have thousands of employees. And typically I work with organizations and clients that have 50 employees or less. It's much easier to get your foot in the door, and it's also easier to turn them from prospects into clients. And here's the prompt that I used. So you are a lead generation and market intelligence agent. Your task is to identify 10 B2B companies in the United States that are likely to be actively seeking an AI consultant. I've given it some objectives. So what's the goal? I've given it target signals for AI consulting demand. So I don't want the agent just to go out there and find companies hiring for potential AI roles. I want to look for positive signals that their intent is high. Because if I'm contacting these companies, I don't want to waste my time or their time. I've given them posting jobs and hiring signals such as AI consultant, AI engineers, automation specialist, and so on. I've given it public activity signals, things to look out for, pain points, which is always a great one to look out for before you approach any client, compared to the benchmark signals, required output format. So I want the company name, the website, the industry, the location, city, state, company size, and so on and so on. And it's even got a suggested outreach angle. And for the lead quality requirements, each lead must be a B2B company located in the United States, showing explicit or strong AI adoption intent. And I've given it research rules as well for the agent. And there's a final output section. This agent has performed 61 searches, looked through over 400 sources, filtered out software engineers, and found exact roles that I care about. And for every job role, it included the proof, the job description, responsibilities, and the source link. I actually clicked one of these leads, and it's a senior director for AI transformation, which is the perfect fit. And this is a company that I should contact today. And I can set this to run weekly, every Monday, and find me 10 new leads. Okay, so we have lead generation, presentation, and data analysis agents. But here's the agent that actually changed my mornings. The next use case is an AI news agent that sends me a daily briefing. Here's the number one question that I get inside of my private community. How do I stay on top of AI news? And this agent answers that. And here's the prompt. You are an AI automation news intelligence agent. Your role is to continuously analyze, summarize, and classify breaking news, announcements, updates, and releases relating to AI automation, large language models, AI agents, and agentic frameworks, and so on and so forth. So anything related to my industry and the types of videos I create. It also includes AI development platforms, workflow automation tools like N8N, Make.com, and regulations affecting AI deployment, because I work with clients. And if there's any legislation that would affect the way I can deploy automations, then I need to be on top of that. It's got objectives, the relevant criteria, AI adoption, regulation and AI policy frameworks, and an output format. So this is what each report every morning will look like. It's got relevancy score, categories, headlines, key insights, business and automation implications, opportunity assessments, risk assessments, and recommended actions. I've given it rules and a daily or weekly digest option. And this agent worked for 8 minutes. It completed 20 searches and read through over 140 sources. And that's it. There's no fluff. It just shows me what I need to know. Now here's where it gets very powerful. I hit schedule. I set it for Mondays at 8 a.m. and I paste in the original prompt. And now every single morning I get this notification on my phone. One tap, 5 updates, done. This keeps me more informed than I've ever been, and it takes zero time. And you can adapt this to any news source, industry trends, competitors, product launches, whatever you need. All right, that's 4 agents. But what if you want an agent that can look at your competitor's website and pricing and notify you when anything changes? Now this could be a competitor, somebody you're emulating, and knowing this information will help you keep ahead of the chasing pack. Well, the next agent does exactly that. This agent will look at the Make.com pricing and it will inform me with an alert notification to let me know when their prices have changed. And not only that, it will actually update a spreadsheet that I'm using to keep track of this pricing. And as you can see, the way ChatGPT's agent system works is that it will actually open up a virtual environment / browser to do this. And here's the Make.com pricing page that this agent is looking at and monitoring. And the sheet that it will update is this Make.com price monitoring sheet that I've created on Google Sheets. Now the great thing about ChatGPT is that you can actually connect it to your Google Drive, which means that not only does it have access to the sheet, it can actually make changes to it. So it worked for 3 minutes. It's looked at the price monitoring report on Google Sheets. It hasn't detected any changes because if you look at the pricing sheet and the website, it's exactly the same. It's giving me a summary of impact, plans affected, recommended action, and so on and so forth. Now obviously I've built this into the prompt. You can do whatever you want with the competitive price monitoring agent. And as you can see, the Google Sheet update block, no changes detected, no rows were appended to the Make.com price monitoring sheet in this cycle. But I'm gonna go in the sheet and change it to $1,000, which is completely made up because if you go back onto their website, the enterprise is custom pricing. So you have to talk to their sales. Now let's see if it picks up the changes this time when I run it again. It's now reading the Google Sheet through the drive and it will make any changes, which it will because the pricing is incorrect. And now that it's done, you can see that it's changed it back to custom pricing because enterprise on Make.com was always custom pricing, which means you have to talk to their sales team. team. Here's a report that I generated for the competitive landscape analysis of B2B AI automation and language ecosystems. It took about 13 minutes. It's given me an executive summary, market trends, updated competitor list, which is huge for me in my industry because I'm always looking for the best or the most useful tools. And innovation is at the forefront of what I do and what I sell to my clients. It's got the top direct competitors for this week, ranked competitor profiles, a SWOT analysis for each competitor and language model, and it's got an industry summary as well. The report uses SWOT, Porter's 5 forces, value curves, and threat scoring model to benchmark over 20 competitors. And it also includes all the sources that are used. Here's the prompt. So you are a competitive intelligence and market analyst agent specializing in the B2B AI automation industry. Now you can put in any prompt that you want in here. This is the industry that I work in. And obviously all the content on this channel is about AI automation. I've given it objectives, the scope for competitor monitoring, the LLM ecosystem. So I've given examples of tools and integrations, startups, and the required framework. So I've set it to use SWOT, the Porter's 5 forces, and this is what I want for the competitor profile template. It's got a feature comparison matrix and what I want for the output format, which is what I just showed you. And remember, this entire report is automated. And something like this would have taken me hours, if not days in the past to do. But now I can just create a quick prompt inside of ChatGPT's agent and let it do all the work for me. And I can even schedule this. So I can run this daily, weekly, or even monthly. Imagine the power that this gives you. You now have the ability to research any topic in as much depth as possible. And you don't have to do any of the heavy lifting either. Just let ChatGPT's AI agents do all the heavy lifting. So that's 6 AI agents, all handling different types of automations for you. So what's the last one? Well, this one's the most fun because now ChatGPT allows you to build an online shopping agent. Let me show you how. I asked the agent to go to bookdelivery.com and find me the top 3 bestsellers. It includes the titles, the prices, the synopsis of the book. It also gives me some reviews if the book has reviews. Now I could actually go one step further and give ChatGPT my login and password. So what it can do is it can actually add to cart, buy it now, and do all of that for me on complete autopilot. So it's giving me detailed book profiles, customer reviews for each of the top 3 books inside of the bestsellers list. And here's the prompt I use for the online shopping agent. Your task is to navigate bookdelivery.com, identify the top 3 best-selling books, and extract detailed information about each book, including synopsis, reviews, pricing, and availability. I've given it some goals, some required agent behavior, which is always a good idea because remember, this is opening up a virtual machine and it's using a browser like Chromium to do this. I've told it to extract detailed information per book, and I've given it some error handling. So if there are missing or unavailable fields, come back with synopsis not provided. If there are reviews are disabled or there aren't any reviews, which there shouldn't be if there are, top 10, top 3 bestsellers, they should have plenty of reviews. And do not fabricate content in any other circumstance. So again, you know that when you use AI agents and language models, they can hallucinate. So this is just adding some guardrails. And I've given it some output. So for the bookdelivery.com bestseller report, the title, the author, book profiles for 1, 2, and 3. I've given it rules for the agent, optional enhancements, and everything that you can need before you make a purchase. So there you have it. 7 AI agents to automate pretty much anything that you can think of. I've used the agents to make my life a lot easier. And I actually sell solutions like this to my clients. And if you're new to the channel, I'm somebody that runs an AI automation agency, building solutions to clients. And if this is something that you like the sound of, click on the link in the description and sign up to the Automation Kings private community. Inside, we have people who work 9 to 5, but they're looking to start their own AI business or an AI side hustle, or they're just new to AI and they don't know where to get started. I've got everything covered for you inside of here. And I'll even show you how you can launch your own AI agency in 16 days or less, because it took me 30 days to go from start to finish and get my first client who paid me $1,000. I'll show you how to do all of that in less time, and I'll even show you how you can find clients that are paying top dollar for exactly the skills that I'm talking about today. So the link is in the description. Sign up and I'll see you on the inside. Thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. Smash the like button if you love this video and it opened your eyes to all the possibilities inside of agentic agents like the one inside of ChatGPT. Remember, this is the worst you're ever going to see it. It's only going to get better from this point onwards, and I'm really excited to see what the future will bring. If you haven't subscribed yet, please smash the subscribe button as well and turn the notifications on so you know when the next video drops. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.